Hey everyone, welcome to their top 10 list. Welcome to my top 10 favorite animated romance movies. Yes, I've talked a lot about romance movies lately. I did like a lot of the favorite romance movies of not all of the decades, but some of the decades. Then I did my top 10 favorite romance films of all time. Now I'm just talking strictly animated romance movies because they do it better than some of the live action ones. Actually, a lot of them do it better than some of the live action ones. So I thought I'd celebrate the animated romance movies by giving my top 10 personal favorite animated romance movies. Alright, let's get to it. And for top 10 list, you gotta have your honorable mentions. My honorable mentions are Cinderella, Hal, The Wind Rises, Sleeping Beauty, Only Yesterday, Anastasia, The Garden of Words, The Princess and the Frog, and Enchanted. Enchanted's half animated, half live action, so couldn't really make the top 10 list because I don't think it would be that fair, but still, honorable mention. But yes, all great films just give me the top 10 list. But then my top 10 was my number 10. My number 10 is Lady and the Tramp. Lady and the Tramp. I like Lady and the Tramp. We are Siamese kittens. Those cats, scary as fuck. But Lady and the Tramp, really good romance story between these two dogs. And yeah, Lady and Tramp, and it's a very cute love story and stuff. And this is a movie I never loved as a kid, but as I got older, I kind of like it more and more as I watch it and stuff. And it's got very nice animation, very nice music. It's got some nice atmosphere. There's a simplicity to it. They made a direct-to-DVD sequel, which is dog shit. No pun intended, but still, I liked this movie. It's very sweet and very just harmless romance movie. It's between two dogs. Like, it's adorable as fuck. And of course the spaghetti scene, like, who doesn't love that scene? But yeah, very, got some pretty bland, supporting characters, but the lead characters are very nice, and the romance is very beautiful and sweet, and yeah, it's a very good and very likable movie, and definitely one of the better animated romance films. Coming in number 9 is The Little Mermaid. Yes, under the sea, under the sea. So good. Love The Little Mermaid. It's easily one of my favorite animated films, favorite animated Disney films of all time. It is right up there. The romance is actually good. Like, Ariel has always been a very problematic character for me because she doesn't really learn anything. That's always been my biggest issue with The Little Mermaid, is Ariel's arc. She really doesn't have an arc. She doesn't really learn anything. Like, she just kind of wants more, and she kind of gets more at the end. But what makes her the most interesting is when she is with Prince Eric. The romance between her and Eric is actually very sweet. It's actually very nice and stuff, and because she doesn't act kind of like a spoiled little brat and stuff. Like, she can't talk, so she is just absorbing the human world and learning and stuff, and she listens and stuff, and just like her with Eric is actually a very nice romance and stuff, and he cares for her because he has this sort of connection with her and everything, and like he teaches her how to dance and ride a horse and stuff, and it's very sweet, it's very enjoyable. Even though they only fall in love like within a matter of like 3 days and stuff. It's Disney for you, but it's very nice. It's a very enjoyable romance and stuff. And the movie itself is amazing. The animation, the songs are fucking amazing. Kiss the girl. Oh, it's so good. I love The Little Mermaid. It's one of my favorite Disney films out there. And the romance does work very well. And it works better than most romances in Disney films like Cinderella. Like, what was that? But still, Little Mermaid. So good. Coming in number 8 is a very pretty short Japanese animated movie called I've Always Liked You. I'm not gonna say the Japanese title because you don't want me to speak Japanese. It's terrible. It's pretty cringy. I've Always Liked You. This movie is directed by Tetsuya Yoisawa, very good animated director. He directs a lot of like romantic, teen angst, slice of life anime films, and I've Always Liked You is his best one. My only issue with this movie is that it's too short. It's only an hour and 5 minutes. It's so short. And I wish there was like sequels to it, or I wish it was just like a show and stuff, because I really like these characters, and I really like this slice of life, coming of age, romance, high school shit. I don't know. So when it's done right, I eat that shit up. That shit's freaking great. When it's done right. When it's done poorly, it's annoying, but when it's done right, it's really good. and this is done very well. I love these characters. All these different people are trying to express their feelings to all their crushes and stuff. Everyone has different crushes on different people and stuff. It's like a love rectangle and shit like that. It's so good. It's so great. And what makes it so good, though, the animation's beautiful and the music's beautiful, but it's the characters. They're so funny. They're so enjoyable. They're all so distinct. They're just so likable, and they're very fun to watch. And they're very funny to watch as well. And I really wanted to see how all the stories were going to unfold and who's going to end up with who and stuff. It was just so fun to watch. My other problem is it was too short. I'm like, that's it? It's only an hour and 5 minutes? Come on. Could have given us 2 hours of this shit, and I would have fucking loved it. But still, for what we got, it was a great romance story. Very underrated movie. Not a lot of people have seen it. Check it out. I've Always Liked You. Fantastic film. Coming in number 7 is Aladdin. Come on down to another Arabian night. So good. This movie's more of a comedy, but it's still a romance movie between Aladdin and Jasmine. It's not a straight romance. That's why it's not like super low on the list, because it is not a straight romance. It's an action, adventure, comedy and stuff, because the genie is one of the main characters, and that's straight comedy right there. And they talk a lot about like Aladdin, the beginning stuff, and like him stealing and stuff and surviving. It doesn't become a romance till Jasmine and him meet and stuff, and he doesn't even have every scene with her, so he's a lot with the genie or Abu and stuff, so it's not a straight romance, but the romance is fantastic. It's better than the romance in Little Mermaid. The chemistry between Aladdin and Jasmine is solid. Like, I bought their romance. They actually talked about each other, learned about each other, respected each other. She didn't care if he was rich or poor and stuff. She loved Aladdin for Aladdin. She didn't care if he was a prince or if he had money and stuff. She loved him for him. And he loved her for her. He didn't love her for her money. Like, he had feelings for her right when he met her and stuff. He didn't even know she was a princess and stuff. He genuinely cared for her. Not for her money or for her statue and stuff. He cared about her for her. That's why the romance is so good. That's why he makes the wish to be a prince, because he wants to be with her. Not because he wants power, it's because he wants to be with Jasmine. And of course, The Whole New World, amazing, beautiful song. So good. The movie itself is amazing. It's funny, it's enjoyable. It's got a great villain, Jafar. But it also has a very beautiful love story with Aladdin and Jasmine, and it's easily one of the best love stories in Disney. If that was the main focus of the film, this would have been probably in the top 5. But as it stands, it's still a great film and a great romance film. So, Aladdin. Coming in number 6 is Whisper of the Heart. Yes, country home, take me home, West Virginia. So good. Yoshifumi Kondo directed this movie and did an amazing job. This is a Studio Ghibli film. Amazing, very overlooked, very underrated. Whisper of the Heart. Beautiful story. I love the story between this romance between these two high school kids and stuff. Basically, she meets this guy, he's like, wants to be a violinist and stuff, or is it a violinist? Is he a piano player? I forgot the fuck he was. I forget what instrument he plays. Is he a piano player or a violinist? I don't know what the fuck he is. But she sings and stuff, and she wants to write this book about the Baron and stuff, which ties into another side movie, The Cat Returns, really good movie, but she wants to be like a writer and stuff because it's about a dream. This movie is about chasing your dreams, and I love it. I love Whisper of the Heart. I fucking love this movie, and I love these characters. I love that it's a movie about chasing your dreams and stuff, and the romance between these two main characters is very sweet. At times she's kind of annoyed with him, but then she realized, like, they go to the same library with each other. They have the same in common with books and stuff and music and everything. And it's a very adorable and very sweet relationship they have. And the music is great. The characters are wonderful. I love, again, it's about chasing your dream. And the movie doesn't have, like, one of those sappy, melodramatic endings. It's a very happy ending, but I felt it was a more human and very real ending and stuff. And I thought it was done beautifully. Animation, music, characters, all done amazingly, and yeah, easily one of the most underrated animated films out there, and yeah, one of my favorite animated romance films. Whisper of the Heart. So good. Coming in number 5 is 5 centimeters per second. Again, a film I've talked a lot about. This is tragic romance. Like, this is still romance, but it is tragic romance. This is not a very long movie. This is like an hour and 10-minute film, just like I've Always Liked You. It's not long enough, but I feel like this one, it used its length wisely, and it does work. The short length still makes the movie very impactful, very emotional. Phenomenal film. This movie is incredible. I forget the actor's names, but it's basically about this relationship between these two young kids. Basically, they've been friends for a couple years, but then she moves, and then he wants to go see her. So he takes this very long train ride during this big bad snowstorm stuff, and he wants to go and meet her in another city and stuff. And the train breaks down stuff, and he doesn't think he'll get to her in time and everything. And it's just a very beautiful story. And yes, the relationship is they stay together and stuff. They have to do this long distance relationship. But then there's this story with this other girl, and she has feelings for him, but she's afraid to express her feelings because she's afraid he'll reject her. And then the ending, and the third act is when they're all older and stuff, and him living his life at his job that he's not very happy with, and he's never found love, and he never will find love like he did with the girl he had when he was a kid and stuff. And it's so brutally realistic, this movie. It is brutally realistic, which is why I love it. It's directed by Makoto Shinkai, who just does beautiful stories. He creates such real and pure characters, and I absolutely love this film. It wrecked me. Like, I was almost bawling by the end of this movie. Like, my God, why does this movie have to be so realistic? Some of us will never find love and shit like that. It's just, it's sad. It's deep. It's very meaningful. It's super well written. It's, again, so very pure. A little too realistic, but it's incredibly well done. And yeah, one of the best romance animated films you'll ever watch. Coming in number 4 is Wally. Yes, Wally. Love Wally. So good. This, again, is a romance movie between Wally and Eve and stuff. And again, I've said it before, I'll say it again, the first act of Wally is the best part. Like, that's the best part of the film. It's just Wally on the planet Earth with all the garbage, doing his thing and shit like that. But your Sunday shoes is so good. Then he meets a robot named Eve and stuff, and they, like, explore each other and stuff. They learn about each other, and they just, develop this romance and stuff, kind of like an Adam and Eve situation, and it's very well done. It's very adorable. I love the relationship between Wally and Eve and stuff, and when he gets on the ship with the humans, the story's still good. It's not as good as on Earth. If the whole movie was just Wally on Earth, then he meets Eve and stuff, that would have been like a perfectly fine film, but the movie kept going, and it loses me at times, but I still think Wally is an all-around amazing Pixar film, and the relationship between Wally and Eve is very sweet, and I absolutely love it, and yeah, so good. Wally. Coming number 3 is Tangled. Yes, Tangled actually legit has a romance story that I actually genuinely love. Like, Tangled, I think it gets a little overlooked because of Frozen. Frozen, I still love Frozen, but I think Tangled is a way superior film. They get overlap on each other because the animation looks very similar, and people, tend to go more to Frozen, but Frozen really doesn't have a love story. This does between Flynn Rider and Rapunzel, and the romance is genuinely good because at first they don't like each other and stuff. They learn to respect each other and like each other, and then eventually love each other. There's growth in the film. They don't instantly just see each other and love each other and stuff like a typical Disney film. Most Disney films do that, but this one, they don't even like each other. He just wants his satchel so he can get the crown back, and she just wants to see the floating lanterns and stuff, but they go on this journey together. They each save each other's lives. They grow to like each other. Then they grow to love each other when they see each other, when they sing I See the Light and stuff. It's very beautiful. I genuinely love these characters. I love this movie. The animation's amazing. The songs are good. It's super, super funny. But the main characters really make the movie great. Rapunzel and Flynn Rider are such great and likable characters, and they have a genuinely great romance. Like, I bought them as a couple because they grew to like each other like human beings do. You don't just instantly fall in love. It takes growth. And I love it. I love how they did the relationship. I love the character arcs. Just, this movie's just all around fantastic. Again, it gets overshadowed by Frozen, which sucks, but Tangled, amazing, and a great romance story. Coming to number 2 is a movie I so desperately wanted to put at number 1 because it's so fucking underrated, and I gotta talk about it again, and I'm excited to talk about it again because people still need to see it, and people still aren't listening to me. Your Name. Your Name is incredible. Makoto Shinkai, this is his animated masterpiece. The story of this movie between Taki and Mitsuha is beautiful. They switch bodies. They don't know how they're switching bodies or why they're switching bodies, but basically they're living each other's lives, and they keep go back and forth to their body and back into each other's bodies and stuff. And such a great story. They grow to, again, it's growth. They grow to like each other and, want to help each other. Then they grow to love each other and stuff. And it all leads into like a time traveling thing, which I will not spoil because, again, not enough people have seen this movie, so I won't spoil it. But it leads to a time kind of thing. It's sort of like time travel and stuff, and it's a lot about meant to be and everything, and it's beautiful. This movie is almost perfection. Animation is gorgeous. These characters are so enjoyable. I love Taki and I love Mitsuha. I love their friends and stuff. I love how the story unravels itself. I love when you find out the truth about them and the different time periods and stuff. Is brilliant. The ending is so intense. Everything about this movie is so great. The ending is so incredible as well. Everything about Your Name is fucking amazing. This is easily one of the greatest anime films I have ever seen. This is the best animated film of the entire decade. Please see it. I keep telling people to go see it. Watch it. It's on Blu-ray. Go buy the Blu-ray. Experience yourself. Treat yourself to this amazing film. It's amazing. Your Name, one of the greatest animated movies of all time. Number one favorite romance movie, or romance animated movie actually, is Beauty and the Beast. It's Beauty and the Beast, yes. I wanted to put Your Name at number one because I fucking love Your Name so fucking much, but Beauty and the Beast, it's my favorite because I grew up with this movie. It came out the year I was born too, 1991, and this has always been like my go-to Disney film, and yeah, it's Beauty and the Beast. It's a beautiful story with a beautiful message. Again, it's about loving someone for who they are inside. Not the way they look, but how kind and sweet they are. Their personality. The beautiness within yourself. That's what this movie is, and that is a completely amazing and beautiful message for not just kids, but for everyone out there. Don't judge a person by the way they look. Judge the way they act, the way they are, and their purity and their kindness and stuff. Judge a person for their personality and their kindness and stuff and their actions and stuff. Do not judge a person on the way they look, because that is a very shallow way of thinking. And yeah, this movie talks about those things because the good-looking guy is Gaston, and you think he's the hero of the movie, but he's the villain. And the Beast, who's supposed to be the monster, he's the hero of the film. He's the one that gets the girl at the ending, because that's what this movie is about. It's about being with the one that you're truly meant to be with, and not judging a person by the way they look, but the way they are inside, the beautiness of inside. Beautiful story. I love this movie. I love Belle. I love the Beast. The look of the Beast looks amazing. The songs are amazing. This is the first animated film to ever be nominated for Best Picture. This is a timeless film, a beautiful film. Everyone knows that I praise it. It's easily my favorite animated romance movie of all time. That was my top 10 favorite animated romance movies, in my opinion. So in the comment section below, please tell me, did you read the top 10 list? If not, give me your guys' top 10 favorite animated romance movies in your guys' opinion. Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.